Hi, I'm Drew. I'm a drag queen living in, what do I say I'm?
You got it.
Hi, I'm Drew. I'm a drag queen living in LA with my husband Curtis and my dog JB.
And I'm Grant, and I'm a former pastor living in Orlando, Florida, with my wife,
Boo.
my
You
four
suck.
kids, and just a pocket full of sunshine. Drew, what do we get into this week?
On this episode, we get into your questions, not yours, Grant,
Uh,
into the listeners' questions.
yes. So we had people send us questions through an Instagram post from a few days ago. We've had them through text, voicemail, so many different ways people communicated them to us.
So
Homing
important.
pigeons, and
Homosexual pigeons.
we get into it. Not the pigeons, the questions. It's all right.
You'll like it, sort of.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Oh, shit, fuck.
Well, shit fire.
Popped the glass out.
There, brother.
I was cleaning them too hard. Okay, sorry, I'm ready.
You're fine.
Are you ready?
Bro, I was born 9 minutes before you.
Hi, I'm Drew. What am I now?
Are you
What do I do?
discovering things about yourself
Oh, I
right
just
now?
say I'm gay. Yes, 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 queen. Hi, I'm Drew, and I'm gay.
And I'm Grant, and I'm not, which almost takes more courage to say, if you think
In
about
this
it.
day and age,
When you
straight
think
cis
about
white
it.
men, they're the new minority.
Drew, I wanted to thank you for standing up to kings to say we don't want no kings. A king
No
can't
problem.
get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his
Which
imperial
protest did you go
ride,
to?
trying to at me.
Which protest did you go to?
I prayed. I stayed home and prayed. I
That's
sent
actually
thoughts
more
and prayers.
powerful. That's actually more
I sent
powerful.
thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, thank
Actually,
you.
Drew, next to us, Claremont, Florida, where the Olympians train, there was a
Okay.
No Kings protest in that little town, in
Oh
that
no.
tiny little town. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's cool. I went
So
to
tell me
one
about it.
and it was so fun. Well, I mean, I went to one in Studio City, so like,
What does that mean?
like everyone here
Oh,
is
you're so used to protesting.
well,
Protest
yeah,
all the time.
everyone here is like super liberal. Well, that's not true actually, but there's a giant liberal population here, so it didn't like it felt good to be out and around like other people, but
Mm-hmm.
we were just waving signs in front of cars that agreed with us, and it just which I know is not what it's like. I know like I
Yeah,
went for like purely the numbers. Like I just wanted to get the
sure.
numbers up. And I
Seven
think a lot of
million.
people felt that way. But I also live in Studio City, so it was peppered with celebrities. And that was really fun. That
Really?
makes me
Who'd
want
you
to
see?
protest more.
Can you say?
Grant, you'll die. Okay. Well, you
Okay.
won't. You don't care about these people, but if you care about me, you'll die. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
First person I saw
Mm-hmm.
walked right past me, Lisa Rinna. I know that's not impressive. I know that's not impressive. But Grant, this one might be impressive to you. I don't know your
Okay.
life.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to
Let
keep
me
it that
adjust
way.
my mic. Okay. So while we're standing across the street,
Mm-hmm.
I'm waving. No, I wasn't holding anything. I'm watching people wave. And
That sounds
I
more on
look
brand.
across the street. I look across the street and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I think that's, yeah, I know that. So I told Bryce and Curtis, Bryce is
Mm-hmm.
Curtis's friend. And so we went across the street.
Bryce is
Sure enough, it
Curtis's
was
son.
her.
Can we finally say that publicly, or do we need to edit that?
Bryce is a girl.
Bryce is Curtis's daughter, and that's what I said
Yeah.
initially. And if you heard it differently, you're
So
crazy.
we
You
go
sounded
across the
crazy.
street, and I'm standing next to Jean Smart.
That is pretty cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I wasn't as excited about your first sighting, but Gene's
No, I know.
smart.
Jean fucking
That's cool.
Smart. She had a tiny little American flag. She stood the whole time, even though she has a bad leg.
Mm-hmm.
She looked
Famously.
gorgeous. She's so tall, and this is how she was waving the American flag. Just a sweet little smile on her face, and she was going, like kind of dramatically. And I was like, of
Yeah.
course you are, Jean Smart. So anyway, I was just, from that point on, I was just staring at Jean Smart. I
Yeah.
was vibrating. And so eventually I was like, we need to move. We need to
Yeah.
move.
You're not getting any protesting done. Not around Gene Smart.
And then just a bunch of character actors, just a lot of like random people you always see in sitcoms. That was really fun.
That is really exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm always curious, since everyone there is attached to the entertainment industry in some way, when someone like Gene Smart decides to get out there and fight tyranny, are people cool? Like, was anyone bothering
No.
Gene Smart? Was anybody
No.
like, picture
No,
time
not at
Gene
all.
Smart?
No.
That's nice.
That's LA, baby. That's why I couldn't approach her. But God, if we were in Denver, I would have. Fuck.
Gene Smart is never safe in Denver. Gene, did you hear that? Don't go to Denver.
Thank you for being a patron, Gene. We really appreciate it.
I mean, it's really fantastic. The $5 level, I never would have imagined. So, Drew, do you feel like our democracy is saved now? Did you do it?
I did it. Yeah.
Well, 7 million people, the largest gathering protesting a current sitting president ever. So I missed it, but I was a part of the biggest protest before that. So if you'll Google that, you'll know what that is.
George Floyd.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess political, like
in American history.
In opposition to a sitting president before that.
Oh, got it. Okay. Well.
Gonna Google it?
What?
It was the Tea Party. It was the Tea Party.
Oh, you're asking me. Okay,
Remember the
you
Tea
did not
Party?
present that as a question, Grant.
Yeah.
That was your old pastor mode coming in, just telling me something and expecting me to know.
I can't help it. You should have read
Which
the
Tea
good
Party?
book.
The like the real one or like the Republican one with Sarah Palin?
The Republican, the crazy people.
Really? Where?
It was, I don't know. Apparently it was a huge protest, I guess, when Obama was in office.
Oh, yeah. The black guy went in the White House. They had to march.
Yeah, and it was like 100,000 or a couple 100,000, something like that. And they went out there and they were like, hey! You know what's funny is Fox News and everybody was like making fun of the No Kings. And they were showing people like dressed in costumes. The Tea Party coverage from Fox News, if you could look it up, they're all dressed up as like Revolutionary War people. Like they've got like wigs on and shit. And Fox News is like, this is something, guys. This is something.
Yeah.
Let's pay attention.
Let's
pay attention.
This is it.
Anyway,
I do feel I'm so grateful seeing everybody protesting this piece of shit. I do have a few thoughts. Okay, I'm going to share them. Number one, where the fuck are the elected officials that should be doing this? Why is Gavin Newsom the only one punching back? Like, at this point, we're losing our republic, and Democrats are tweeting out that they don't like it. Democrats are making videos being like, not today, Trump. And then what are they doing? Nothing.
Well, they tweeted a video.
It's annoying. That sucks. But number two, I think I need to get off TikTok. Listen, I have gotten really into political TikTok in the last couple weeks. And I think every time I open my phone, I'm just mad. I think I need to go.
You got to get off. Well, you got to get off and get off TikTok. Drew,
gross.
I think
that's gross.
If the Democrats aren't doing anything, we have to.
Okay.
It's up to me and you to save the republic.
I'm down. Let's do it.
I was thinking something along the lines of like a musical review where it's all like public domain American songs, patriotic songs.
America.
Right. And we sing it very sincerely, but then at the end we point and we go, you better do better.
You fucking better do it.
Yeah, do like the dad growl. Do our dad growl. Grit our teeth. You better
have the best thing though to come out of the No Kings protest is that video of that man calling the No Kings protesters faggots, and then a guy steals Grant. A guy steals Grant. Don't look it up yet. Don't look it up. Can I
Okay,
tell you about it? I haven't been
I
able to
will.
tell anyone because everyone's seen it. Okay, this is
No, I haven't seen it.
amazing. I don't know
Okay.
what city it's in. I think it might be Chicago. It doesn't matter. So
Okay.
there's a group of like 5 or 6 drunk, white, 60-something-year-old guys walking down the sidewalk, passing by
Okay.
a protest.
I've seen it.
Oh,
I'm
you
so
saw
sorry,
it.
brother. I'm so sorry, brother.
Damn.
I'm so
Anyway, for
sorry.
anyone who
I didn't
hasn't
know what he
seen it,
said.
he called them faggots and whatever. So someone stole his glasses. He went to chase after the guy. He fell on his face, ripped his face open. Hilarious. And then he kept sort of running. And then someone did trip him, which, come on. But also,
Isn't that when he ripped his face
funny.
open? Because he hit the curb.
I don't know. We never saw his face until after the second. We
I
didn't
think
see it
that's
after
when
the
because
first.
he hits that side of his head on the curb. That dude that was with him
Listen,
was so fucking drunk. I mean, they were
they
3
were
sheets to the wind.
wasted. Yeah.
What does that
And the
mean?
fact that when you're drunk, you're
Right.
you think, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say, let's call ICE, and I'm gonna say you're a faggot. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, what an insane. Sorry, I'm just repeating everything I've seen on TikTok. I need to get off TikTok. Why are they so mad? Why are they so mad? Why are they so mad? Sorry, I'm
Because
done. No
because
TikTok.
it's identity. That's all it is.
I
I mean,
know.
it's not just a political thing. It's a whole identity. I mean, it's really pushing back against the gay agenda. Hey, speaking of gay agenda,
Mm-hmm.
Drew, again, thank you for saving our republic. So
No problem. Me and Gene Smart.
we're going to answer some questions today. We've got a couple voicemails, we've got a couple of texts, we've got some Instagram questions. Really, just people asking us how Instagram works, which is I don't
Yes.
know why they're asking us, but we're going
Well,
to
the
answer 'em.
algorithm's very confusing, and
No one
sometimes you
knows how
do
the
just have to
algorithm
pray
works.
about it.
It's in the cloud. But before we get to those questions, I have a question for you. So I contacted you earlier this week, which I don't normally
I wish
do.
you hadn't.
Normally we
I
keep
wish
all of
you
our
hadn't.
communication here, recorded, monetized.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I sent you a clip of your buddy, your friend, your pal, John Lovett,
Mm-hmm.
of Love It or Leave It, of Pod Save America, of the Obama administration, all of those things. He's done all of them. And he was on Blocks, Neil Brennan's podcast.
I
And
love Neil Brennan.
yeah,
He
Yeah.
looks
I
like
do
a
too.
haunted mansion character come to life, and he's so funny and smart.
he's a smart one.
He's just so attractive to me. I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah. Okay, listen. Alexis got me on this. I gotta explain this to you.
Okay,
So
please.
Alexis has always said her perfect man is Ichabod Crane. She loves a guy who looks kind of crazy, maybe wiry, big nose, not traditionally attractive. But Ichabod Cranes are loyal. They usually have great personalities. And as you get to know them, you love how weird looking they are. And to me, that's Neil Brennan. I think the first time I saw him, I went, oh, but as I've gotten to know him, I think he is so hot.
Huh.
So hot.
Is that like Adrian Brody? Is he in the same category?
No, he's a piece of shit. You don't remember the Oscars? Last time he won an Oscar? He
He, like,
talked
sexually
forever. He
assaulted
was
somebody?
horrible. He was horrible. Adrian Brody can eat my butt. I wish he would, though. That's a big nose. Put that on my
Huh.
butt. See what happens.
So speaking of your butt, I don't know how to transition to that. On
Trans
Neil
rights.
Brennan's show, Blocks, he had John Lovett, and they started talking about gay culture and where John Lovett sees himself, because John identifies as a gay man, and where he like has fit into that culture or not fit into that culture. I don't remember exactly the quote, but there were a couple things that I didn't quite understand. One thing was Neil Brennan said something along the lines of he didn't seem gay.
He said, yeah, you don't seem particularly gay or something like that.
So there's that. And
Yeah,
then if I remember, I'll give you two parts so you can address whatever order. The other was when John responded, he talked about like not feeling like he belonged in gay culture. And then his examples seemed to be, he talked about like, he kind of like turns it up a notch at times. And the examples he gave were very like feminine spaces, like traditionally feminine
Because that's what they
spaces.
were talking about. They weren't
Okay, so
talking about being gay.
yeah, help me understand what the hell that whole exchange was.
Well, first I want to say
Hmm.
that this is a
You do seem gay, by the way.
thank you so
You
much.
seem very
I
gay.
I watched the 10 minutes and what I saw was two people who respected each other trying to meet in the middle when they both have completely different experiences. And
Yeah.
so I'm not like faulting Neil for using a line of questioning that I don't particularly love, and I also don't fault John for like not being like what the fuck do you mean by that? Just trying to like.
Yeah.
And I think everyone goes through you know, their own internalized homophobic journey. And I think that's what John was trying to talk about because you're not just dealing with your own homophobia when you enter the gay world, you're
Hmm.
also dealing with other gay people's homophobia. You're also dealing with people who haven't dealt with that side of themselves yet because we
What does
we're
that look
all
like?
because we're all grown up. As we're growing up, we all grow up and we're told masculine good, feminine bad. So I think what Neil was saying was not you don't seem gay. Actually, I think he said you don't seem particularly gay, you just seem like yourself, which is an insane thing to say. That's an insane sentence. But again, I know it's coming from a good place. And so I don't think we should be infighting at this time. When I first entered the gay world, as gay as I am, as
Woo!
over the top femmy as I am,
Yeah, it's a little
I
much.
hated feminine guys.
Hmm.
I didn't want feminine friends. I didn't nothing. I thought drag queens were ruining the gay community. Like all this stuff that's just built inside. And as I'm watching John talk about it, I related to his response about not exactly sure where he fits in, doesn't quite fit into that. And I think if I had been masculine, I don't know what my life would look like right now if I
Hmm.
were masculine. I don't know. Like a big reason I finally got into drag was because I'm so feminine. And I always got made fun of for being so feminine. And then I did drag and everyone's like, "Oh my god, you're so feminine. That's incredible." And that's what kind of like kept me in that
Yeah.
world. And the money. Oh, being a drag queen, you get tipped
So
$30 a
much
night.
money.
It's incredible. But sorry, what were you asking?
Well, I asked you a two-parter. You were saying we were talking about homophobia. You were saying that you not only have to deal with your own internalized homophobia, but you have to deal with other people's that they haven't dealt with yet. And as a
Right.
straight person whose homophobia has only ever been externalized, I was asking what you meant by what does that internalized homophobia look like?
Everything our mother and father taught us about homosexuals and the
Truth.
and the world we grew up in, taught us about homosexuals, that stuck with me. So as much as you being 18, 19, as much as you thought that homosexuality was wrong and like masculine is a better way for a guy to present himself, so did I.
Hmm.
I thought the
Yeah.
same thing. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't reach
Same
that
here, dude.
benchmark. And instead of turning my anger outwards towards like the straight people who have created this stupid fucking system, I turned it
All
inwards
right.
and I
It's not the
hated
worst
myself.
system.
And then I hated other gay people who were like me. So
Hmm.
it took, which is why I got really into sex addiction. But it took me a really long time after emotionally and physically in some degree beating myself up for years. So I think that's a very common experience.
Can I ask you just one quick follow up about his response? He talks about how he felt like he never really fit into gay culture.
Hmm.
What does that mean?
I think at the time that John was growing up and when I was growing up,
Me too.
gay culture was a stereotype that we all just figured was coming at some point. Like
Okay. Okay.
drag shows and hookup culture, like all of that shit is this like stereotype that the entire world has said like that's the gay culture. I think now we are seeing, thankfully, we are seeing that become less and less attached to gay. You know, there are effeminate straight men, you know, like I think we're slowly moving past that. But when you come from, well, let me just speak from my experience, coming from a religious place and hating yourself for it and really, really hating other people like you, when you go to a liberal city like Chicago,
Or
you're
Tampa.
suddenly in a completely different world. And even though that world is going to be nicer to you, it's going to be more accepting of you, it's not going to want you dead for the most part. It's a completely different, I mean, it flips your entire views upside down, you know? And so breaking into that world, trying to find friends, trying to be in the gay world, I think it's a really hard adjustment for a lot of people. And I just don't
Hmm.
think people talk about it. I think it's really hard. And you feel, I remember I felt very like I was in high school again because I'm going out to bars. I'm trying to like make gay friends. You know, it was so important to me to be in a big group of gay guys. Like that was, I was
Yeah.
like, that's how I know I've arrived because we have chosen family and I need to find my chosen family. And I tried. I tried with a couple different groups, tried to get in and like be friends. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I am not a big group of friends person. I'm horrible at
Yeah.
it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I was so disappointed when it didn't work out because I thought like, well, fuck, now what do I do? You know?
You got to be
What I
bi.
ended up doing was just like fucking everyone that I met. But
That's how you
that
build
gets
bridges,
old
with your butt.
with my butt. Bridge, but
From your
yeah,
butt
I just
to
think
mine.
having to assimilate to something that just like you having to leave the world and now you have to see the world completely different and where do you fit in there, there's a lot of anxiety around that.
Nah. I easily fit into your world. I know exactly
Thank
where I
you.
belong. At the top, ruling. Benevolently, but ruling.
We're not tops.
Oh, yeah, we are, brother. I still don't understand the lingo. So,
Okay.
Drew, I appreciate you analyzing that. I'm a fan of both of those people. Obviously, you're heavily critical of both of them, and I want that to go on record. And I think that
I think more conversations like that need to happen. I think it's very important that straight people, especially in the comedy world, like I think comedy is growing and growing and growing, but the straight white guy comedy thing, no offense, could use some growth. And I think having Neil ask those questions
bringing back the
respectfully.
R word, we can finally say things we used to say in middle school locker rooms on a microphone, and it'll go on Netflix. Pretty cool.
Wait, you never called me a fag on a microphone. I think you threatened to.
Well, the live
Anyway,
shows. That's what the live shows are for.
I just think like that, yeah. I just think it needs like more conversations like this need to happen. And in that, I think I think we owe it to ourselves as a community to allow for grace because I know you struggled, a lot of us struggled with the same kind of process as Neil might have or as John may have had at the beginning of his coming out journey.
It's interesting because I mean, obviously, I didn't come from Memphis and go into a liberal space looking for some sort of
Love in
shelter.
all the wrong
A little,
places.
it's interesting because if you were to ask me, I'd have been like, oh yeah, Drew found his people, and immediately I would just imagine it's like coming home. Like it's just like Shangri-La, and
No,
I
gay
didn't
guys are
of
mean.
dicks, Shangri-La of dicks, and I
No, gay
didn't
guys
I
are
didn't
really
even
mean.
think like, of course, even though your home, like your upbringing was dysfunctional, it's still your upbringing. Like it's still your, like that's still what home is to you. And so even though
Hmm.
you may find a healthier place, that's not, you're not easily going to fit into that without some sort of adjustment and work
Yeah.
dealing with your past and unpacking that, and then learning the cultures and customs of this new place you're walking into. I wouldn't even think of it like that. I would think of it like, like, oh yeah, it's Drew's gay. He found a bunch of other gay guys, and they're over there just living their life being gay.
They're just being gay near each other.
They're being gay near each other, sometimes real close to each other. And that's what they've been wanting.
Listen, I've said this before. I'll say it again.
Okay.
And I'm part of it. But white, cis, gay men, we're the worst.
I've been saying it for years.
We were bullied in high school, so then we become adults and we come to these queer spaces where we get to be the bullies, and we all want to be. Everyone wants to be. It's not always fun if that's the group you're having to listen. If you are queer and you are wanting a safe space, lesbians are the only safe space. That is the only safe space. Gay men are mean. Non-binary people are doing other things. I just think like lesbians, they got their shit together.
Thank you, lesbians.
Thank you, lesbians.
I feel like there should be like the more you know, something honoring lesbians.
A carabiner flies across
just
the
a
screen.
carabiner. Just a carabiner. Paula, thank you. Thank you for all you've done.
Did you hear? Paula's moving to Chicago next month.
Is she moving in with her girlfriend?
Yeah. They're getting a place. She got accepted at DePaul. She's starting her master's at DePaul.
Wow.
I know.
That's incredible.
I'm so happy for her. Everyone around her in Costa Rica's dead. So she needs to start killing Americans.
Well, for the next few years, she may just want to stay in Chicago, in the city limits.
Well, Grant.
Probably be best.
When she went to... The last time she was in Chicago a couple weeks ago, she was visiting her girlfriend, and her girlfriend's uncle died.
We should have her visit Dad.
Right? I wonder if she just FaceTimed him, if that would be enough.
Well, if she, it might be more direct. Yeah, if she just says, I'm a lesbian. I have no idea what Dad would do. He'd be excited. He'd be mad.
He'd be thrilled.
He'd be scared.
Be thrilled.
It'd be so many different emotions.
Yeah, no, he would be mad and scared. But that's the best way to come.
And how can I even see you on my? Why are you in my phone? It'll be so good.
It'll freak him out. Yeah. I did donate in his name again
to ICE.
To ICE.
To masks for ICE.
What did I do? Nick's, because I put his name on it. Oh, you know what? I don't have a receipt because I sent it to his email. Wait, but I have history. I can look at my history.
Can I tell you from childhood that the organization I remember him always talking about and he hated with all his heart was the ACLU. That is the boogeyman.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna do that.
Evangelical Christian men. The ACLU.
Do you know if you could search your history? I feel like that's something you should be able to do. Can you search your history?
On your browser? Yeah.
Yeah. You can?
Yes.
On your phone?
Yeah. All right. You use Safari or Chrome? What do you use?
Safari, just because it's already there.
Okay. So if you pull up, you know how to pull up your history, right?
No.
Okay. So it's a little bit different now because the update sucks. But tap the three dots next to the URL bar, and then go to bookmarks.
Bookmarks?
I know it's counterintuitive.
For history?
Yes, and then there's three options at the top, all the way to the right. Okay.
I got it.
Now, pull down. Just pull down and a search bar will appear at the top.
Oh,
Search
wait,
history.
Really? Search history. Fuck off. That's so cool.
Yeah. Thank you for coming to Twinnuendo Tech Support.
Community Legal Center, Memphis.
What do they do?
They provide legal
services
assistance to the working poor, the abused elder, the immigrant child, and other vulnerable people not served by other legal aid providers. So they assist people to get citizenship. They help immigrants get citizenship,
so they
unless
follow
they're kidnapped at court.
Yeah, they follow a legal process. I mean, that's Dad. Why wouldn't Dad love that? He wants them to use all legal.
Maybe he
channels,
does. Maybe he's thrilled.
Take care of
I don't know. Maybe I'm
people.
gonna get a thank you card in the mail.
Probably. Your hair looks great. So
thank you.
This episode again, we're going to be answering questions. You've answered my question, and I couldn't thank you enough for how much time it took. So we've got three different, let's say, categories.
Can I stop
of
you?
questions.
I'm sorry.
God damn it.
don't you feel like this episode should be shorter? It's already 6 o'clock your time.
I ain't scared. It'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Okay.
I've got Adderall. So, Drew, recently, a few days ago, I went on Instagram and I went on the story and I let people ask questions to us as twins. Ask the twins a question. And we got a lot of questions. I responded to a ton of them. You responded to one. And
it was weird. You texted me and like a screenshot of one of the questions and just said, answer this. I was like, what the fuck?
And you did with one word. I knew you put your whole heart into it. And
No
so I want to give you a couple of these questions. I couldn't get to all of them. These are the top 3. These questions were asked multiple times. So number 1, people were asking us about cryptophasia. Do you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
No one used that word, but cryptophasia is a secret twin language.
Yes.
Did you know that 50% of twins have cryptophasia at the beginning of their
identical
lives?
twins?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just said twins. Cryptophagia. So do you think we had one? Normally it's gone by the time you're like 3.
I do kind of remember like mom talking about that, like when we were babies, that we would look at each other and she's like, it's like you're having your own conversation.
And babble.
Yeah, but I honestly don't remember.
So there's a documentary, it's really old, called Poto and Cabango. And it's about these twins, Gracie and Jenny Kennedy.
Of course, love them.
They kept their language going. They called it Poto and Cabango. They kept it going up until they were like 9 or 10, something like that. And that's the documentary. Yeah, you can watch them communicate in their secret language.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I wondered if mom or dad had ever said anything about us babbling to each other or having our own language.
I sort of remember it, but I might be lying. I don't know. But I think so.
Do you think that sometimes the advantage we have as twins, maybe we don't have a secret language, but we can just communicate more with just a look?
No. I can do that with anyone.
Someone else asked if we have telepathy, if we ever communicate with just our minds. Can we test it? I don't know if we've tried.
I never want to be near your mind, brother.
Can we try it? Can we try it, though? Okay.
So you think of a number, and I'll tell you what the number is.
Wait, can we limit the number, though? There's so many numbers.
1 to 10.
What? Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Don't look at the screen. I'll hold my hand up so people can see what my number is. Are you ready?
Yeah. Send it to me, Grant. You have to send it to me.
Okay, I'm focused. What is it? Don't look. Say it.
Okay, I have 2 numbers. I'm hearing 2 numbers. I'm hearing 7 and 3. Is it one of them?
No. But you did say the number.
We don't have telepathy.
You said that you heard 2 numbers. 2. That was the first number that came out of your mouth.
Fuck,
this is 2.
Telepathy. Oh my
telepathy.
God, we gotta start a business. Oh my God, let's be mediums. I'm Teresa Caputo. I talk to dead people.
The third most asked question was,
okay,
what's your favorite thing about your twin? I know it's so sincere. All right, brother, let's get into it.
No. You've had longer.
I haven't thought about it. I haven't thought about it.
Yes, you have. You read the question. You've had time.
I haven't thought about it.
Your subconscious was thinking about it.
Drew, there's so little I appreciate about you. It doesn't matter how much time I had.
Okay, fine. I'll say it. Grant loves that I basically saved his life. And then I like that I saved his life. That's my favorite part, is like how much he needs help.
Okay, let me really think. I do think that, let me say 2 things. I do think you are one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Correct.
And I think that that's a reflection of your intelligence. So I think you're very
2
smart.
2 is 4.
You're very quick. You're very, very funny.
Thank you.
And I think that you have, like, that's unique. And I think combine that with you work really hard. And I mean, look at all you built. Look at IMHO. You have a silver play button on YouTube. My kids.
Oh, it's on the floor right now. You want to see it?
Yeah. They aren't ashamed of you anymore. They tell people about you. Oh, I thought it'd be bigger.
Look, you can
Anyway,
see yourself.
hey, I'm in it. I'm going to have my own one day because I'm going to take that one. So
You can buy, once you hit it, they do allow you to like buy multiple ones if you want, but they're like
how
200
much do they
something
cost?
dollars. 200 something bucks? Because I thought
Anyway.
that would be fun to like surprise Alexis with her own, but it wasn't fun.
You could surprise her with $20 towards it.
Oh, she'd
Say,
be thrilled.
I want to. You have to save it.
She's not good at savings. She's not a good saver.
Freeze it nice. There you go.
That's true.
Give it to her in a cooler. Anyway, I think you're really talented. I think you're super
Thanks.
funny. I think you work
Thank
really
you.
hard, and I
Thanks.
admire that about you.
Thanks.
All right, do me.
Mm-mm. Do I have to? Okay.
All right, here we go. Next question.
No, I'll do it. I
Nope. Nope.
like that.
I don't like how long this is taking you.
Well, there's so many good things, Grant. I'm just trying
No.
to think.
I know there's not, and you know there's not.
I like. Oh no. I like.
Here we
Okay.
go. Okay.
I like.
Bring it on.
I think it's so cool.
Yeah, cool.
I really enjoy.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. I think you. Okay.
Edging me right now with compliments.
I also think you're very funny. I think you're funnier than me. I think you're quicker
fuck
than me.
yeah.
But number two, Grant, stop. Grant.
Okay. All right.
Because you know when you come, I come. Okay.
That's true.
So, and I got to be honest, your deconstruction journey is so admirable. It's just, you could have lived a very easy life if you had just stayed in the church. And I know, like,
Should I go
this
back?
has just kind of turned your world upside down. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Grant, you could make more money.
Could make more money.
Anyway, but yeah, I think your deconstruction journey is incredible.
All right, let's stop doing this. I don't like it anymore. Thank you,
Okay.
though. That did mean a lot. Okay, last one from there is who would win in a fight, the twins or their spouses? Do you think this means you and me versus Curtis and Angela together?
Yeah.
Or is this okay?
We would lose. Curtis is
Hands
strong
down.
and Angela's fast. We're fucked.
She fights dirty. She fights dirty.
Well,
too.
I can't fight Angela.
The old
okay?
dick twist.
And I'm sorry to be
That's sexist.
patriarchal about it.
Yeah, you
but
should
I don't
punch
hit
her right in
women.
the face. Well, that's why. That's sexist.
Curtis is very strong.
Okay. Physically, we lose, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
What about like mentally, like a mental, like emotional?
Sweep the floor.
Easily.
Sweep the floor.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
We would destroy them.
They would make a documentary about how quickly we talked them into suicide. Like there
Yeah.
would be, we'd do it only through emojis to make it challenging. We could only
For
use
us.
emojis. I still
Right.
think we would do it.
I think
In
we
an
could easily
afternoon?
do it.
Then we go to Olive
And see,
Garden.
we don't get enough credit for that. That we could end people's lives with our text
Easily.
messages, but we choose not
Easily.
to. We
Easily.
choose not to. We don't choose violence.
Exactly. No kings here. Okay, Drew. So let me read you. We got a few texts. Let me read you a question.
Okay.
Hi, y'all. Do you say y'all?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. My name
At
is
all?
Brian.
What do you mean? How do you address a group of people?
Hey, gang. I never say y'all.
Gang? That's so youth pastor.
Hey, fam.
No.
Hey, crowd of people.
I
I will
say
say
y'all
you
a lot.
all. You all, but I won't say y'all.
Do you think that comes from our father? Do you think like the
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Our father.
Our
who
dad
art
was
on earth.
very against Southern accents.
Southernisms of
Yeah.
of any kind. It was so bizarre.
I don't know. I love it.
I'm kind of glad that I don't have the super
Ellen
thick
says y'all.
accent. She's a good person.
Mm-hmm.
Angela says y'all. Hi y'all. My name is Brian, longtime listener. I will start this off with saying my dad unexpectedly died 3 years ago, so I'm sending that
damn.
energy your way, Darby.
Thank you.
My question is, do you think there's any hope? Oh, Drew, you don't want to watch TikTok anymore. Okay. Trying to be less politically motivated, but here we go. Do you think there's any hope for these insane Christian nationalists to ever become normal, or are we too far gone? Like, is there any hope that they see the light and tone this shit down? Also, I booked my flight and hotel for the New Year's Eve show, so any recommendations for Chicago are greatly appreciated.
You're flying to our New Year's Eve show?
Yeah, I don't know where Brian is
Brian.
from, but I'm
I
assuming
don't care.
very
If you're getting
far
on a
away.
plane, if you're getting on a plane, that's amazing. Thank you, Brian.
He lives in Chicago. He just likes to circle.
I don't know, brother. That's your call.
The Christian nationalists, are they too far gone?
Well, you come from that world. What do you think?
I don't hold a lot of hope for it.
No.
I mean, so I did see, speaking of TikTok, I saw a deconstruction TikTok recently that I thought made a really interesting point about this, which was she had said that when people think about an evangelical person deconstructing, they think that it's just about, oh no, I don't believe in Jesus anymore. And she said, it's not just changing my view of Jesus. She said, being an evangelical Christian in the 80s and 90s, my American exceptionalism was tied into all of that too.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was me going, oh no, I don't believe in Jesus anymore. Oh no, I don't know if I believe in this America anymore. Like in in my understanding of our country in this way anymore. And she said, so it wasn't just I don't go to church on Sundays. It was also, oh, I don't know if our country does the best things all the time. And so we growing up, they're very much tied together. And so will the American church ever separate from that? If there's more power to be had somewhere else, sure. I mean, they're all following the drumbeat of these powers that be, of the Southern Baptist Convention, of the conservative church leaders that are, the famous Christians. And so what's going to change their opinions? I don't know.
Something devastating happening to them personally, and that's it.
Yeah. So like as a whole, I mean, the American church the evangelical church has been under the thumb of the religious right and its leaders since 1979. Well, no, I don't think it's going to change. Yeah. I mean, our political system will change drastically before that changes, like before that block changes.
Yeah, I think even when this nightmare it'll never be over, but when this nightmare is at least like Trump is dead, I do think that cult mentality will splinter eventually.
Yeah. That's not Christian nationalism.
But the Christian nationalism, well, just because they're so tied in together, but the Christian nationalism is so central to like who they are.
Yeah.
That you're not asking them to change just their beliefs. You're asking them to look at themselves in a completely different way, in a way that says, I've been a villain this whole time. And that's hard to do.
It's connected to Jesus, like because we believe that God and Jeebus, you did at one point, that America was chosen by God and blessed by God to be this Christian nation or whatever. But your point is true. The cult will break one day, but Christian nationalism won't. I think a good example of that is what we're seeing right now with Marjorie Taylor Greene. That the She-Hulk, she is criticizing Trump and she's criticizing that world and she's breaking ranks, but go talk to her. And so people are like, wow, she's making so much sense. Look, these farmers aren't getting the help they need, but
she says Trump insane, horrible shit though.
Exactly. So, but then ask her about any social issues and she'll give you
about Jews.
Yeah, she'll give you the Christian nationalist view every time. So, yeah, it's a lot deeper. It's deeper ingrained. I would sooner say that the political parties in America, we would change from a two-party system to something else before Christian nationalism, before that block is broken. Like that's how deep it is in their identity. So, anyway, do you have any recommendations?
I think we're generations away from that happening. I think we're like multiple generations away from that happening.
And I don't think we can even imagine what it would take. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what steps it would be at this point. A lot of
Yeah.
MDMA or something. So, Drew, what about recommendations for Brian in Chicago? He says any recommendations are greatly appreciated. I'm assuming that means like food. I'm sure he's
Yeah,
not
what
like, where can I wash
recommendations,
my hands?
Brian? Well, you'll be there right after Christmas, and
The American Girl doll store. You
all the
can
shit
eat
is
there.
so cute. I don't know how long the Chris Kindle Market stays up, but if that's still up, go to the Chris Kindle Market. It is gorge and so fun. Do the one in Daily Plaza, though. Don't do the Wrigleyville one, unless you want to be like in the middle of Wrigley. Go to
That's
Bar
bad.
Redacted. Go to Bar Redacted.
Get a slushie.
Get a slushie. You won't regret it. And I don't know. I need more. I'm sorry, Brian. I need more specifics. Will you
Okay,
text my
Brian,
brother?
your text was not great then. We need more
Sorry,
specifics.
Brian. You're rejected. No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I have so many recommendations for everything. Like, text Grant and say where you're staying. Or are you asking for where should I stay? Brian, we need more information.
Brian, just text us.
Brian,
You know the number.
just
It's
text my brother, please.
Ask Twin. 870 Ask Twin? I don't know. You
I
texted it
don't
before.
know.
Second text. Hello to my favorite humans on the internet.
Uh-oh.
That's us, brother. I'm writing in for some relationship advice, but God's involved too, of course. I'm queer, but in a, quote, straight relationship with a cis man for the first time. And to make matters more questionable, he's a devout Catholic.
Oh.
I know. This one really turns. God, this one's sad. My family's Irish Catholic, and he's clear on all the obvious stuff. Gay stuff, trans stuff, abortion stuff, etc. I love the idea of tagging all of that with stuff.
Yeah.
I think if you had a politician come out and just, that's some common sense. Hey, let's be clear on all the gay stuff, the trans stuff, abortion stuff, all right? It's all good. Okay,
Yeah.
so it wasn't an immediate deal breaker, but I've always wanted kids, and I'm in my 30s, and so I've recently been vetting his beliefs in more detail. The other day, he confirmed that raising kids Catholic, Catholic school, Sunday Mass, all of it, is as close to a deal breaker as you can get.
Wait, what? Like, if she doesn't want to raise him Catholic, he's out?
That's what I'm reading.
So she doesn't want her kids to get molested, and she's the bad guy?
Well, how,
Dumb.
how cute are those priests? And sure, the Catholic Church is quite different than the evangelical church, but still, Bible. My question for y'all is, do you think it's even possible to raise children with Christianity without causing harm? XOXO Tilly. Tilly, why couldn't you ask something fun?
Actually, the wedding that I did in Seattle, I was kind of like picking on this one guy because he was like right in front of me, and he looked like a skinny Mr. Clean. And so I was like, I kept going back to him, and he was playing along. You know, if someone gives me like standoffish vibes, I'll move it along.
Yeah.
But he was playing along and whatever. And then I think I told you the story. And then at the end of the night, his girlfriend came up and was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much for doing that. Like, he's super Catholic." And I went like that, and she went, "No, like he's good on all the stuff. Like he's good on the, gays and basically what that email just said." And but he stood like 10 feet away from me the entire time she was talking to me. And she's like, "You really fucked him up. Thank you." And I laughed, but I also just felt so sorry for her. I think, Tilly, a partnership in marriage, you gotta have the same beliefs. You got to. I just can't imagine. And then to bring kids in that and put them in the middle of that, I think is a bad idea. Do I think people can be raised in Christianity and it not damage them? I've never met one.
So yeah, it's not going to get much better. But I was talking to a friend of mine who, I'll say his first name, Charlie.
Grant, you haven't heard. So he got shot.
Not that one.
Yes, I do remember.
So we spoke recently, and it was actually right after the Seattle show. I was in the Denver airport, and he called me. We talked for a long, long time.
He called you. Is that something he does often?
No, I mean, we've kept in touch over the years, but he's been through his own deconstruction, but he still holds on to some sort of belief. And I wouldn't say that what he believes any traditional, certainly not mainline denomination, I think they wouldn't accept him as a Christian because of what he believes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little too malleable and open. And so, but he still claims it. He still claims to be a Christian. And one of the things we ended up talking about, because he was thinking through like what his next steps are in his life right now. He's gone through a lot of things. He's losing his vision. Like he's like
Oh no.
severely visually impaired, like
Oh my
severely.
God.
And he has like light sensitivity and he has to wear like special glasses so he doesn't just fucking have seizures all the time.
Oof.
And but like now he's kind of adjusted to his new life and he's trying to get back out there and work again. And he was like, I'm still interested in being a part of a church. And one of the things I said to him was, I like listening to you the way you talk about your faith. One, it's not triggering to me because it doesn't sound anything like the one that I had. But I think you're really sincere, and I think people around you, I think their lives could be better because of this thing motivates you. I think that's good. But I don't know how this belief system or any belief system doesn't become corrupted once you have rent to pay and you have pastors to pay and you have insurance you have to
Mm-hmm.
provide. And you know what I mean? Like I didn't even see it happening while I was in the church, and it was happening. We would say all the right things, and people would say, we'd be like, look, we're not about just numbers. This isn't a business, where we're trying to like get clients in or anything like that. We're a family, we'd say shit like that. But then every Tuesday, we'd have an all staff meeting, and on a giant LED screen that the church for some reason needed, we would have attendance stats, and we would have like what's
Tithing.
what am I looking for? Diagram? What am I?
Graph.
Graph. Dear God, we'd have a graph showing the attendance trends, and then we
Mm.
would have tithing. We'd have giving. This is how much money came in, and this is where we thought it would be, and this is where it needs to be, and all these things. And it's a business, and when you put that shit in, I don't know how it doesn't go bad. And so Tilly,
Mm-hmm.
like, can you raise a kid in Christianity and it not like fuck them up in your house? Like if you wanna read the teachings of Jesus and figure out what's helpful for your kids to learn, fine. But when you get an organization like that, I guarantee you so many of them start out with there's like a purity of motive,
Yeah.
but that stuff fucking corrupts. Like that
Mm-hmm.
power comes in, that influence comes in, that money comes in, and you lose it. You lose the plot at some point. And all these things that now being outside the church, I'm like, oh my God, that's so crazy or that's so weird, whatever. When you're in it, you can't tell. It's just normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like someone came to me one time. This was like my last like 2 years before I left the church or something like that. We got a business account with Apple. And so basically what it meant was no longer did we own the devices outright. So every computer, every iPad, whatever, it was kind of like a lease. And so we would just trade them in. We would pay a monthly subscription and we would just like trade it in or whatever. And there was like a period of time where fucking everybody on that staff had like a MacBook Pro. Like everybody. Like they're just like giving them away. 100 people on our staff. They're just like giving them away. And I had
Crazy.
this guy come to me and say, this guy in the congregation who gave a shit ton of money. He came to me and said, "Why does everybody need those?" And I remember being so offended. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you mean? Why do we need them? Do you know the work that we're doing? Like I mean, we've got to reach people. We got to help people. Like we need it for this and for that. And now I look at it and I go,
Yeah.
that wasn't necessary. That wasn't
Yeah.
a great. And so Tilly, like I just wouldn't, honestly, I wouldn't trust any organization that
Yeah.
has like a religious dogma to it. because it's
And
going to
that
get
suck. I
corrupted.
mean, and it sucks. Like, I don't think you're in a relationship with this man because he's tricked you. Like, I think you really do care for him, but that is a big, that's a big hurdle. And
Yeah.
I've got bad knees.
Yeah. Tilly, we love you. And even if you die alone, remember that after you die, nothing happens.
Nothing happens, you'll be fine, 'cause you won't exist.
So, Drew, we have voicemails now. You want to listen to a voicemail?
Yeah, let's do it.
And here we go.
Hi, this is Allie. I'm
Hi,
calling
Allie.
because my mom is a Jehovah's Witness, and
Oof.
she's also bipolar.
Ugh.
Um, so that brings a little bit of conflict into our relationship.
Yeah.
Most recently, kind of drove me into a mild breakdown. My therapist thinks that I should bring her in for a session or two. I'm into that. I just don't want to do it now because I don't think I'm ready for it. But at the same time, I'm really missing my connection with my mom. So do I just do it and let my therapist be a therapist, or do I just keep waiting till I get to the point where I think that I'm okay? Also, can I give you props for making me look very smart in front of my very hot doctor? I brought up the Prilosec thing, and she gave me a very nice smile. So thanks for that,
Really?
Grant. Darby, I love you. Bye.
Great.
Okay, Drew. I think
Mm-hmm.
that, I mean, this is a therapy question. It's a question about missing a connection with your mom and all that. So I think I should take this one. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Drew. Please tell Allie exactly what to do. Give her the right answer.
Okay, number one, AliExpress. I'm just a human being. I'm not a doctor. So this advice is just my experience. But it sounds very similar to what I initially went through with my parents and the therapist that I worked with to put together like a productive conversation to like finally sit down with my parents and tell them, you know, all about my sexual assault and like how much I carried that with me and blamed myself, which my dad agreed with. So it's nice to be validated like that. We worked for like 2 years before I felt like I was ready to do it. And I did it. It went terribly. And I know now that I of course miss my relationship with my mom, but she is unable to speak about the things that she did that hurt me. She's unable to go deep on any topic. And so that's why I've given mom that hard, like, until you're in therapy and a therapist says that you are okay to talk to me, I can't talk to you because anything I bring to her, the responses never change. They're always exactly the same. They're always either completely ignored or, well, I'm sorry, baby. There's no like,
That's a good mom.
yeah,
That sounds just like her.
there's just no like acceptance for her role in it. So yeah, I mean, it depends on how you know your mom. Does your mom talk about complicated emotional stuff well? If so, bring her into therapy when you're ready. But if she doesn't, get her into therapy because honestly, you're not going to have a productive conversation with someone who can't talk about emotions. You know,
I think,
but everything. Sorry, Grant, but
no.
everything you have to be ready first.
Yeah.
You absolutely have to be ready first. Sorry, go ahead.
I think, Drew, you made a point about mom. I mean, it's a point you just made, but the first time I ever heard you say it, when you said that it's not fair for me to have all these tools, like these therapeutic tools and these tools for communication, and then like bring mom into that conversation without any of those herself, and expect a healthy, helpful conversation.
It's not fair to her or
Yeah, and I think that's brilliant. I think that's brilliant, and I
thanks.
think it's a really good point. And I don't know. Hopefully, it's helpful to Allie. Allie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you're in that spot.
The main thing, Allie, that you just need to remember is I believe deep down, I think my mom is loving me the best way she can. It's not enough. It's not acceptable. But at least I know that the intention is good. And so if you feel that from your mom, yeah, let her know that, like, in order to have these conversations, mom, you also have to have the tools. So please get into therapy. If you need help finding a therapist, I'll help you. But I would love to have these conversations. And if she pushes back, bring her into therapy. Let her see firsthand she doesn't have the tools to talk about this stuff yet.
Do you think, on just listening to that voicemail, how much of it do you think is Allie's fault?
Well, I don't know what Allie was wearing, so I couldn't possibly say.
And if everyone could just get in the comments and let us know, on a scale of completely to extremely, how much of Allie's fault do you think this was?
Yep.
Let us know.
You
We
sound
love you,
just
Allie.
like Dad. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so Drew, this last one, so the last thing we're going to cover. When I pull these voicemails, I write notes next to him to try to like jog my memory, be like, oh, this is that one. Sometimes I even write like next to Allie's, I was like, serious Drew. Like that's what I wrote. I was like, this is something for Drew.
Thank you.
It's
I
a
am
serious
serious.
question. This one, I think this is just an unhinged voicemail. All I wrote next to it was circumcised and he prays. I don't know what that means. I don't remember it. I do remember that he left one voicemail that timed out and it was absolute gibberish. And then he followed up with this one. For some reason, I liked it enough that I wrote it down. So we're going to go on this journey together. If it turns out terribly, I'll edit it out. No one will ever hear this. But
Okay.
here we go. This is Jared, I think was his name. Yeah, Jared.
Sorry, they're building a house next door.
Yeah, I hear it. They sound like they're really doing some work over there. Screen. Okay, here we go. I don't know what's going to happen here.
Oh, also, this is Jared again. I forgot to say, so my husband,
Why is he whispering?
he grew up very
He's in
affluential,
Mississippi.
I
He's
guess,
scared.
in Franklin, Tennessee, but the family that he grew up close with, the son now is an attorney, but he is pissed that he didn't have an option about his circumcision. So he's taking it out on the whole family, and it ricochets down.
Taking out his dick?
But, what are you
His
going to do?
anger.
I mean, he's just being very dickish. I mean, he's got a wife and kids. I mean, it's working. Why are you being a dick? So, Lord lift his name on high. I'm happy with my circumcised penis as a Jewish man, but my God, can we not be a dick about that? You're getting all you need. So, Lord, Jesus. Jesus, help us and save us.
And that's the end of it? That's how it ended?
I think, is that a crash out? Is that what people mean when they say crash out?
No, that's not a crash out. That's really funny, though.
Doesn't it feel like we're at a family reunion? We're at the McCaskill family reunion, and
Yeah.
someone's pulled us aside, and they're like, "Oh, you won't believe what's happening over here with Cousin Billy. Cousin Billy's upset about his penis."
Listen,
Jared, thank
with
you for letting us
dicks,
in on that.
all you can do, I don't know why you said what would you do, because what can you do? What are you asking? But also, if you want to have a relationship with this person, you got to confront them. Dicks only respond to dicks. Okay, that's
Yep.
why I'm gay. But if not, just write down the crazy stuff they say. don't engage much more than just, hey, Merry Christmas, and then just write down everything insane that they say and send it to their employer.
I was gonna say like start like an Instagram account,
That's
and
what I meant.
see.
That's what I said.
Because that could kind of be fun or whatever. Also, I'm gonna go another way, and I'm gonna say do your research and get on that pro anti circumcision team.
Yeah,
Like,
pro anti.
and bring him, find some crazy stories and bring them to him. And just, there's nothing better to out crazy somebody than, like, to deal with a crazy person is out crazy him. Bring him a story.
My God.
Bring him a fun story.
If you approach Jared and you're like, listen, Jared, fucking so pissed that I don't have foreskin either. Thank you for finally standing up for me.
Yeah.
And then
let's get back together.
Yes. And then offer some insane solutions. Offer to show him your dick and like how long you want the foreskin to be. Like really make him uncomfortable. Really, really make him uncomfortable. That would be so funny, Jared. And you sound like someone who could do that. Because that voicemail was nuts. Why were you whispering? What are you hiding from? Is it the circumcision guy?
The area code is a Mississippi area code.
It's a Meridian.
Yeah, I think he's scared.
I recognized it.
I think he's scared. Keep your head down. Keep your head down, Jared. Keep that foreskin long.
Head down.
Keep your head down. Hey, patrons, thank you so much for listening, for supporting us, for being a part. You're wonderful. And thanks for scrolling over Drew's face. Drew, what's the Brooklyn show looking like?
It's still happening.
Well, okay. I figured that.
November 21st, we're going to be at the Bell House in Brooklyn. We are so excited. We don't have VIP tickets anymore, but there's general admission still left. We've never performed in New York before. We've never done like a show in New York. So this is our first show in New York. We would love just all of our lovely friends and internet people in front of us so we can touch you. And Grant's also going to be there. It's fine.
Okay. Well, I mean, you are on Twinnuendo saying this, so I think there's going to be some people who'd want to see me there.
Grant's going to be there. Get excited.
That's it. That's the energy I wanted you to bring. So, yeah, those tickets are on sale. Chicago over New Year's Eve, the New Year's Eve show in Chicago. Those tickets are on sale as well.
At the Den Theater. Yes,
at the Den
Queen.
Theater.
What
a wonderful place that is. I love the Den.
I know,
it's a great
love
spot.
it.
So, yeah, we've got those coming up. If you haven't already been a part, are a part, joined a part, doesn't matter. Be a part of it. So again, thank you, patrons. And we also have something, Drew, I probably should have talked to you about this before I say it right here, right now. So if I say it right here, right now, and you don't like it, we can edit it out. But Angela has been wanting to get in on that Patreon life. And so she came up with this idea, and it's going to be called Angela's Book Club. So many people have sent her DMs knowing that she likes to read, and who said, like, please put together some online book club. We want to be a part of it. So here's the idea, and I want to post it in Patreon this week. And she's already picked the books and everything. We'll post on Patreon, we'll post the books that she wants to read or whatever, and then she'll pick a date, in a few weeks, where we will do like a live, through Patreon, we'll do like a live video stream where I'll have Angela on and she'll talk about the books, and you guys can message her and interact with her in that. You can talk about your books and all that stuff. Basically, the books that she's picking are the crazy smut books that she likes, like the real weird ones.
Good for her.
And the first one, I believe, is the Veggie Tales smut book, where the men turn into the cucumbers and the woman inserts them into herself. I love that. As a Veggie Tales thing. So,
yeah.
Anyway, we will post that. If you are a part of Patreon, you'll see that, and it'll be something.
The men turn into veggies and the women put them in their tails. Does anyone put it in their butt?
I don't know yet. I haven't gotten that far.
Find out when you join the book club.
And that's just a reminder, when you buy your produce, wash it. Just wash it. Don't forget. I know you get excited about you getting right into your recipe. Wash it. Anyway, thank you everyone for listening. Brother, thank you
Thanks.
again for being here with those beautiful, beautiful glasses. Do you have any final wisdom to offer
Nope.
us?
I got nothing.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Da da
Bye.
da 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 da.